The Connections is really Umbrella. I know I've said this before. I just wanted to cover it again before the release of Resident Evil Requiem. During Umbrella's experiments into the T-Virus, they had a very important facility in Africa that was ran by Brandon Bailey. Brandon Bailey is the leader of the Connections, which is an international crime syndicate mostly known for dealing bioweapons. When Umbrella was exposed, Oswald Spencer began implementing his plan for when this happened because he knew it would eventually. In his journal, he mentions plans in the event of this very thing. He said Umbrella was a tool. As long as the secret research involving Progenitor was protected, he can always rebuild anew. And get this. He goes on to say that Brandon Bailey, placed at the facility for 30 years, locked away from everybody in Africa, was part of the plan. He says once the facility is closed, and we see in 5 that it was in fact closed, everything will be going according to plan. Spencer says, and I quote, once that facility is gone, all its connections to Umbrella will disappear with it. I personally find it interesting that while describing his plan, he uses the word connections. When he says there will be no connection left between his plan and Umbrella, I assume he means in the physical sense because the research, the work will go on. He ended his entry by saying, my secrets will be protected. When one buries a treasure, one should not leave behind a map. And he didn't. Just a word. I think it's very possible that after the lab in Africa closed, Brandon Bailey started the Connections with Spencer secretly in control. They didn't have to steal any assets or research or buyers. They already had all this. That's what allowed the Connections to grow so fast. It's worth noting that in Resident Evil 5, Wesker had Spencer's journal. He had tucked a list of names of high-ranking level 9 and 10 employees that he was trying to get some information from. And next to these names were their current living status. Brandon Bailey was among these and marked no longer with us. We don't currently know who's running the Connections. Some suspect it's Spencer, of course Bailey, or even Wesker. I don't personally have a clue. We actually see that throughout the games that all 3 of these people are dead or assumed dead. But I'm certain that Umbrella and the Connections are one and the same, and it was planned this way at least at the time of the release of Resident Evil 5.